Boom! What's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. Bitcoin and risk assets across the board have had an incredibly tough month. We've spent the better part of the past few weeks in the zones of fear and extreme fear on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And as we've been discussing a lot lately in the newsletters, even the S&P 500, which is the primary index of the US stock market, has spent the longest period in the territory of extreme fear in many years. So investors are evidently still afraid to hit that buy button, and things have been feeling pretty doomy and gloomy. But as you can see on the watch list, as I'm sure you've assumed by just kind of the tone here, and as I implied in the title, probably, things are looking up. Things are looking much more promising as we head into the month of April, as we prepare to close out the incredibly volatile month of March. And personally, I think we'll be seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin in the month of April, maybe in May, but we'll discuss that as we break down the charts here. So this is going to be a technical analysis. We are going to be using some pretty simple, depending upon how you look at it, technical indicators here. After a decade of doing this, I have tried every trick in the book when it comes to playing with different technical indicators. At the end of the day, what I find the most efficacious, what I find the most practical, is good old stick figure trend lines. And as I always say, if you do not believe in the efficacy of good old stick figure trend lines, you simply haven't been trading for long enough. Okay, we're going to use that. We're going to use RSI, and we're going to use just historical levels of support and resistance. As I just said, this is going to be a technical video. There are plenty of fundamental bull cases for Bitcoin. I mean, the new presidency is obviously incredibly bullish. A bullish government, bullish U.S. governments and bullish global governments as well, is obviously bullish for Bitcoin. There are plenty of what I call techno fundamental indicators, like the global liquidity index. That's been a super popular one that you hear everyone talking about. But there are plenty of things aside from the technicals themselves that are leading me to be bullish on Bitcoin, leading many to be bullish on Bitcoin. And there are a lot of channels that you can watch that on. So Crypto Currently is actually a YouTube channel that I recently stumbled across. This is by no means an ad. I do think this individual is one of the rising voices in the space, and I do think that what they have to say in their presentations are good. So go check that channel out, Crypto Currently, if you're interested in some of those behind-the-scenes indicators, global liquidity index, etc. This one, just going to be straight on the charts, talking price action, and yeah, I'm excited to get into it. After this, I will be recording a Waves Plays video going over, Bitcoin miners, RIOT, Mara, Coinbase, a lot of the AI plays that are in the Waves portfolio. So hit the join button if you want that members exclusive video. It's right below this one, $5 a month. Post those every week, and yeah, we'll do the whole portfolio newsletter plug at the end of the video. All right, so Bitcoin looking super strong. We are going to kick it off with a shorter term time frame, 4 hour. We're using 4-hour candles, go-to candles. We'll zoom out, talk daily, and kind of talk about what happens from here in the case that some of these shorter term levels of resistance are broken above. Okay, so short term, very clear. These two green lines right here are a shorter term, I guess medium term, because it's spanning all the way back like 2 weeks now. So medium term ascending channel. We've been holding strong in this channel. Very, very clear lines of support and resistance here. And we are inches away from testing it. This also coincides with a very significant trend line you can see here as we zoom out. This yellow trend line. These are lines, if you've watched the Trader Tips video, also a members exclusive, about absolute and conservative trend lines. We have conservative resistance here, the lower yellow line, thinner yellow line, and we have absolute long-term resistance right above it, okay? This absolute line of absolute resistance coincides perfectly with this line of shorter term resistance on this ascending channel. One an uptrend, obviously the longer term one a downtrend. And if we can break above this level over these next couple of days. So maybe you guys are watching this in a couple of days. Let me know if it happened. If it does, things are going to get really exciting really fast. Okay. So if we, as of today, and this target is just going to keep getting lower because the primary resistance level that I'm looking at is going to be this line of long-term resistance. Okay. If we can break and close a daily candle above this line of resistance, of absolute resistance, that is going to be my signal and the signal for many traders out there that the party's back on. Okay. So at this point in time, like $90,000 would be a technical break of it. And again, as we progress, as the days go by, that target does become lower because the trend line is down. But just to play it safe, and I'll probably put this in the title, I think that if Bitcoin can close a day above $91,000, that'll eliminate the possibility of a bull trap. A bull trap is always possible. It's Bitcoin, the king of bull traps and bear traps. But in the case that we can close a daily candle above $91,000, I'll personally be pretty darn convinced of the fact that a bigger move is in store. Where is my next target from there? So from there, if we break out, and again, if we do break out, things are going to happen pretty quickly. And again, the fundamental momentum behind Bitcoin is so strong. I think that we could see some massive tidal waves coming. This is truly a turning of the tides, just to stick with the good old waves analogies. But from there, what I'm going to be eyeballing is first this line of broken support as new resistance. You can see here a little janky. We were printing this little symmetrical triangle pattern right here from late February to mid-March when we really broke down to those March lows and got into that extreme fear territory. This line has yet to be retested as a new high. We tried to bounce. We didn't retest that on the bounce over here. And I think that will be the next level to come into play. If you guys are members of Waves Capital, you would know that this is my favorite pattern to trade, is these broken lines of resistance and support. Now, this trend line isn't the strongest. There's only one touch point there. So the more touch points on a broken level of resistance, the better. That said, it still coincides pretty well with, now we're going to go to the daily candles here. It still coincides incredibly well. Let's get rid of that because it's getting congested. It still coincides well with this level of kind of macro resistance on this trading range that we've been sitting in for the entirety of 2025 and late 2024. So you can see here, obviously, the 107 area is some significant resistance, but it has also created some touch points that we can work off of. Again, conservative resistance, absolute resistance, and that, or I guess somewhere in between is this one, and then this is truly absolute resistance on kind of this megaphony trading range pattern that we're seeing here. And again, as we were talking about, this level of broken support does coincide with this level of super conservative resistance here on April 3rd. So, just over a week from today. That would lead us to back above 100K. And again, I think that that's a lot likelier than not in the case that we are able to break and close, once again, above this level of resistance. Now, if we can break above this level of resistance right here, this level of absolute resistance on this trading range, then I think we could jump all the way up to, let's see where that would be from current level. So 18% to 18% is my conservative bull case. Optimistic bull case, talking about the next couple of weeks ahead, if we really do get that second wave or that next wave to new highs for Bitcoin, which again, I'm not going to write off at all. I think it's likelier than not that in April, May, we do see new all-time highs and we really see the next phase of this bull market kick in, but we'll take this one day by day. As of right now, my target from there would be this very clear line of absolute resistance. And as you guys know, again, if you guys are members, that is a nice line of conservative resistance. And that is what I'd personally trade of. I'll write that in because I'll throw that in the newsletter up next. Boom, save me some time. From here, what I would trade off of and where I would look to take some profits from my Bitcoin mining call options positions would be around here. So 35% up, that would be around 115 to 120K, where I'll start skimming profits, start skimming some real profits. And again, we'll talk. We'll close this one out. I'll start recording that Waves Plays, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. So on that note, if you guys do want a full look into my entire portfolio, call options, put options, stock positions, cryptocurrency positions, everything updated every single trading day, I throw in these email newsletters. You can see here that's Bitcoin optimist, all this macro doom and gloom, tariff-driven recession, yada, yada. No impact on the 2024-2025 overall bull market that Bitcoin has entered. I think the fear fades, and I think the BTC will be sitting back above by 100K by mid-April. You can see here that, I don't know why this zoomed in so much. I hate when that happens. You can see here that on Friday, I'm recording this on Monday, March 24th. On Friday, did shark up a bunch of RIOT calls. That's obviously paying off incredibly well. Bought more MAR calls like the day before that. Looking good because these things are ripping. So if you guys want my daily newsletters, if you guys want a full breakdown of my portfolio, if you want my trade alerts, then join the team. It's the first link in the description of this video. This is my livelihood. This is what I take pride in. I'm a trader first, but this is really what excites me to wake up. And it's only $15 a month. So $15 a month, $40 for every 3 months. It's up to you. You can try it free and just peace out if you don't want, because I'm just really confident in the product that I provide. And again, I love what I do. I'm stoked to be doing this, and hopefully you guys join the team. If so, thank you. As always, if you are members of Waves Cap, a comment always helps. A little testimonial does us some good. So thank you. And, I'm really excited after a tough month to see what the month of April has in store for us. So cheers, team. Cheers to the month ahead. And, let's hope we can close out the month of March with a bang like we have the past couple of months. Thanks for watching. Talk to me in the comments downstairs. And until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.